guys, so today I'm going to be showing you all of the makeup that I've used up in 2016. I've counted it all up and I tried to estimate the price of everything the best that I could by looking it up and seeing like what store had what price to kind of guess how much I would have spent on it because I couldn't remember. But I have all of it here. I have the grand total, which I will share with you at the end, the grand total of how much everything costs. But there are 30 products in this bag right now that I'm going to be showing you that I've used up this year, and I'm super excited, and I think I'm going to do this next year because it was really kind of cool to see how much I've used up, and it's kind of rewarding in a way. Like, I feel very accomplished. And also I think that seeing how much $30 not $30, 30 products is like how much it costs. I can't speak today, I'm sorry, but that's nothing new. Seeing how much 30 makeup products actually costs, I hope that it will be motivation to not spend as much on makeup next year. So that's what I'm hoping, and I hope it'll also encourage me to use up more products, which I think it will, because it's really, really rewarding to have things used up. So anyway, I'm going to get on into the products, and at the very end of the video I am going to share with you how much everything costs. So the most expensive item that I have in here is the Benefit Professional. This is a really good pore minimizing primer. I think in the future, if I were to get this again, which I think I probably will repurchase it one day, I would just kind of use it in the places where I have problems with big pores and not use it like all over my face, because it kind of does more in those places anyway. That's what it's meant for, and then you're not wasting a bunch of product that costs a lot of money. So I would definitely do that. I probably also purchased the smaller size. This is another pore filling primer that I used up. It's the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser, and this has more of a silicone-y type feel, which isn't my favorite. I find that on my like oily skin, it just kind of makes things really slippery and weird. So that wasn't my favorite, but it was pretty good. I don't think I would repurchase it, but it wasn't bad. Then I also used up a foundation. This is the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous foundation. This one is in 115, which would be way too dark for me right now, but I used this up like during the summer and stuff, and I would definitely repurchase this. I really like the coverage it has and how it blends out and everything, and the finish of it is nice. It's not quite as matte as I would want, but I think if I got more of a winter shade in this and used it during the winter, I would really like it. So I will probably repurchase this probably within the next year or two. Then I used up 3 different setting powders. First is the e.l.f. Translucent Mattifying Powder, which I got for Christmas last year, and it's kind of weird because it comes in like this square pan, so I didn't quite get around to all the corners, but I'm still calling it done because it was too hard to get into the corners of this. But it's an okay setting powder, but I wouldn't repurchase it. I don't think it's really that good, and honestly I've been trying a couple other e.l.f. setting powders and they're much better than this, so I'd rather go for those. I also used up this Revlon Photo Ready setting powder, and this is their translucent one, and that one is all the way gone. Absolutely nothing left. This one, I liked the way that it smoothed out my skin and everything, but it didn't last long enough as far as keeping my face matte. So I wouldn't repurchase it for that reason. Then we have a cult classic here on YouTube. This is the Rimmel London Stay Matte powder, and I got mine in transparent. I hated the packaging on this because it's just like a lid that comes off, and it makes it extremely awful, and it breaks, and just I really hate the packaging on this. I don't really get the hype behind this. I don't think it's a bad powder. I think it's better than the 2 that I previously mentioned, but I don't think it's like amazing, life-changing or anything like that. It did keep my skin matte for a while, but I think I was expecting more from it because of how much has been hyped up on YouTube. So don't let that get into your head, because it really is, it's a good powder. It's just not like revolutionary like everyone seems to make it seem. I probably will repurchase this because it was really inexpensive, but I think I would get one of the colored shades. I don't know if that would make a difference formula-wise, but I think I would try that and see if maybe that was a little bit better and that's what everyone's raving about. I don't know. Next, I'm just going to get some little samples out of the way. Obviously, these are not included in the overall price, and I also did not include them in the number of products. Speaking of which, I just realized that there are a couple things in here I wasn't sure of the price of. So I didn't include them in this list, and so that would make it more than 30 products. I think there's like 32 then. I'll have to be sure. But I didn't include these because they're not really full size. They're not even like a little mini size. They're just samples, so they don't really count to me as products. But I wanted to include them anyway because I did use them. So this is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer, and I've heard a lot of people rave about this. I have the NYX Angel Veil Primer, which is considered a dupe for the Hourglass one, and just from the little sample, I mean, I can't speak too much, but I actually like the NYX one a little bit better. Then I used up a little sample of the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Eyeshadow Primer, and I actually have a little deluxe sample size of this, so I've used it more than just this little amount, you know. Anyway, I do really like this primer. I think though if you're in the market for a higher end primer, and it's around the same price, I think it's like they're both like $20 full sized, I would go more towards the Urban Decay Primer Potion because it just locks everything in place so much better, like so much better than anything I've tried. This one is really good too, but it's just not quite as good. And then lastly, I have the IT Cosmetics CC Cream, and I've heard a lot of people rave about this too. I can't really say too much about it because obviously it is like a little packet. I only used it a few times, so I can't really say like the skin benefits that it has on here. It says it increases hydration, softer, smoother skin, reduction in wrinkles, and smaller pores. It's hard for me to say because this one is in the shade medium, so I had to mix in a concealer with it because I am more light skinned than medium. So what I do find funny about it though, on the back here it says available in 5 skin tone specific shades, and I just think that's funny because you can't get skin tone specific in only 5 shades, you know? I did use up 3 concealers this year. First of all, I have the NYX HD concealer, and this one, I really like this concealer. However, for some reason, my packaging was just awful. You can see that all of the like words have worn off on here, but I don't know why. Like everything else, when the words rub off on a packaging, they don't actually like rub off onto your hands, you know, they just kind of like disappear kind of. But this one, it rubbed off on everything. Like it made everything that was surrounding it black, and every time I picked it up I would get black all over my hands, so that was super annoying and I didn't like that at all. It also kind of broke, but I think that happened after I used it up, maybe just like as I was using it up. I'm not sure. And then I have 2 different shades of the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer, which is my favorite. I have one that matches my skin tone more, and this is in the shade Light. And then one that is more of a highlighting shade for me, and this is Fair. The weird thing about this is this is number 10 and this is number 15, but this one's lighter. It's weird. But I really love this concealer. Obviously, I've talked about it many times on my channel, and so has everyone else on YouTube. It's just a really amazing concealer, and I definitely highly recommend this. It has amazing coverage, good for spot concealing and for under eye and for highlighting, whatever you want to do with it. Some people even use this as foundation sometimes, so do whatever you want with it. It's a really good product. Then I have 2 setting sprays from e.l.f. I have the e.l.f. Makeup Mist and Set, which is just their original setting spray, and then the e.l.f. Matte Magic Mist and Set, which is $1 more. This is $3 and this is $4. And they also have a luminizing one. I actually really like these. The only thing I don't like is the nozzle sprayer, whatever you call it. It doesn't spray out finely enough, so you kind of get like weird dots on your face, you know, so you have to kind of go from a really long distance. But I do think that if you wanted to use it just to like wet shadows with, which I do a lot of the time, then I think that this is a really good one because it is only $3, and since you're only using it for that, you don't really need to like worry about the sprayer. You don't need to worry about it lasting. Even though this does help makeup last, it's not like the best that I've ever used as far as setting spray. So I think I would repurchase the original one just for like foiling shadows, making shadows wet, whatever. I would use this for that, but I don't think I'd repurchase this one. It was good, but I just have better. Used up quite a few brow products. There are 6 here. So these I don't think are actually on sale anymore. Like, I think they were discontinued. They're all from L'Oreal, but I couldn't find them anywhere. I just lost that one. Okay. I couldn't find them anywhere, and so I don't have a price for them, so they weren't included. So that brings it up to 33 products that I used up. I don't really like these that much anyway. I'm more getting into like the micro brow pencils rather than the actual pencils. So I definitely wouldn't repurchase these, but I don't even think you can. But I did use them up, so I'm pretty proud of that. It took me quite a while. And then I have the micro brow pencils. So I do have 2 from L'Oreal. This is my favorite one. This is the Brow Stylist Definer in Blonde, and I really, really love this. It's really skinny. It's kind of a more creamy brow pencil, but I like that. And then the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Taupe, which is also a really good one. It's a little stiffer, so if you prefer that, then go for this one. But this one is a tad bit more expensive. This is like $10, whereas this is around $8 or $9. Either way you go, I don't think you could go wrong with these. I think they're really good, and I would definitely repurchase any of them. I have already repurchased this one again because it's just amazing. And the NYX Micro Brow Pencil was already a repurchase, and I think I'll definitely repurchase it again because I really do like it. Next I have the e.l.f. Shadow Lock Eyelid Primer, and I actually have another one of these in my drawer right now. I do really like this. It's only $2, so I definitely recommend it. It's not the absolute best eyeshadow primer that I've ever used, but I think it's a really good option, and it's really, really inexpensive, so I do like that. And if I was in need of a primer and didn't have a lot of money to spend on one, then I would definitely go for this one. It is really good. Here I have a couple eyeliners from Maybelline. They're Unstoppable eyeliners in Pewter and Onyx, and these are really old. Like, I don't even know if I should have been putting them on my eyes, but I did, and I used them up, thankfully. I had them from a couple years ago, and when I was like less into makeup and I didn't really care too much, but I would not recommend these. They're not good. Like, they would do the thing where they kind of pull in the corner of my eyes and they would smudge, and they're not good. So I think, I don't know, I just kind of went with them because I didn't really know anything else. I was just like, sure. But they're not good. Don't get them. Used up 4 mascaras. 3 of them are little minis, but I'll start with the full size. This is the CoverGirl Full Lash Bloom Waterproof Mascara, and I got it in the shade Black Brown, which was a mistake. I meant to get it in black, and I would definitely repurchase this, but get it in black. I really, really love this. I'll go ahead and show you what the wand looks like. There's what it looks like. It's really, really nice, and I definitely really enjoyed this. I would just rather have it in black. And then I have 3 little minis, and I got them in a little Sephora set that was, it was like a little trial of 5 different mascaras, and then in the end you could pick a full-size mascara. So the full size that I ended up picking for free was the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and it's really cool because I'm really happy to get that whole thing for free. But this one is my absolute favorite ride or die mascara that I have ever tried. It is really, really amazing. At first, I would say like when you first open it up when it's brand new, it does get a little flaky. After it dries out, that kind of goes away a bit more, but it just makes your lashes look amazing. And like every time that I wear this, my sister compliments me on my eyelashes, so that is really cool. That's really telling that it's a really good mascara. And then there's these 2. This one is the Tarte Lights Camera Flashes mascara, and I did like this. I don't think I would purchase it. It's a nice mascara, but I just don't think I would spend the money on this because it's not like anything revolutionary for me. I'd rather spend it on the Too Faced one. And then this one was just a fail for me. This is the Josie Maran Argan Black Oil Mascara. And I didn't like this. I didn't find that it really did much for my lashes. I did use it up, but I would not purchase this. So I think the rest of it is lip products, and that's really exciting. I'll start with lip balm because there's a lot. So firstly, I have this EOS lip balm in Summer Fruit, and it is completely gone. I really like this one. I actually have another one of it, and I really like the scent of this, or the flavor, whatever it is. And I have this random one that I got at Toys R Us. It was in like a little set. This is Double Bubble Watermelon. I know that it's like for kids, but I was hoping it would kind of take me back to my childhood. The smell is really good, but it doesn't taste like anything, so that's kind of a bummer. And then this is a Burt's Bees lip balm, which I really love. I have talked about this a few times, and it's always in my everyday makeup drawer. This is just an amazing kind of lipstick primer, or lip primer, whatever. Like, it's really good to put on before lipstick because it does moisturize your lips and everything, but it doesn't make them slippery or any of that. I would definitely repurchase this. Then I have 3 Baby Lips lip balms. So this one is in Cherry Me, and then I have 2 of the little crystal kinds. This one is in Gleaming Coral and Crystal Kiss. So I really love the crystal kinds. I don't know what it is. It feels like the crystals almost kind of exfoliate your lips in a way, and it looks really like shiny and cool, and I just really love the way that these feel, so I definitely repurchase these. I don't think that I myself would repurchase the regular Baby Lips formula. Not that it's bad, like, it is really good. I just don't see myself using them as much, and I don't think that I would spend my money on it, but if somebody got them for me, like, I would gladly use them. This one is in Cherry Me. It's more of a deep kind of red, but it comes off very sheer. You can kind of see that it is a very sheer formula, but it does add some color to your lips. And mine are pretty pigmented already, so it just kind of amplifies that. So I didn't end up using this as much until I put it into like a project pan. I don't think I would repurchase this shade, especially because it is something that is a little bit not something that I use on the daily. I'd more likely use more of a nude shade. And then I have 3 different lip glosses. This one I didn't know where it's from, so I obviously can't look up the price or anything, so that brings the total to 34 products. But this is just called Cherry Vanilla Lip Shine, and I don't know where it's from. It was in a project pan, and it's finished up now. And then I have these 2. I have the Baby Lips lip gloss, and this is one of the cream formulas or something, and it's in Tickled Pink. This one, when I got it, it like immediately started to leak out of the bottom, so that was just kind of a packaging thing, and that's why I wanted to use it up. But it is really good. It feels really moisturizing. It doesn't have a lot of color to it though. So like I don't think it had like any color to it. It's basically a clear gloss. But I do really like the way that it feels, and so I would use it kind of on no makeup days. I would use it more on no makeup days when I just wanted something really hydrating, and I really liked it. Then I have this Revlon Super Lustrous Lip Gloss in Snow Pink. And the shade, when I first got it, which was a long time ago, it just appealed to me because it was so super shiny and glittery, and it is really pretty. I think I would go for more of a deeper shade next time. Not like super deep, but just something to give my lips a little more color because this is a very nude gloss. But I really like this formula, and I would definitely repurchase these. I just had this one for a while, so I wanted to get it out of my collection and try to use it up, but I did, and I'm really excited about that. So I will probably repurchase this at some point. Just I don't see myself repurchasing it anytime super soon, but at some point if I see a color that I like, I will probably repurchase this. And then the last makeup product that I have to show you is the one that I'm most excited for and I'm super proud of. It's just something that is a huge accomplishment for me, and it's something that ever since I got into makeup I wanted to do, ever since I got into like project panning especially. I finished up a little lipstick, and it is a deluxe sample size, so it's not like as exciting as a full lipstick, I guess, but it is the first lipstick that I've ever used up. And since I did just get into makeup, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago, most of my lip products are not very old at all. Like I was never into lipstick before, so I didn't have any really old lipsticks or anything. I think the oldest would be, yeah, 2 years was when I got into it. So the oldest would be maybe 2.5 years old. But I think I've gotten rid of some of the older ones. So really none of my lipsticks are very close to expiring or anything. And also I haven't gotten that much use out of a lot of them because a lot of them are newer. Most of them are less than a year old, so I haven't used them as much. So it's not like a feasible goal for me to use up a whole lipstick right now, because I don't think, unless I use it every single day of the year, which I would get super tired of it, but unless I did that, I wouldn't be able to use it up. So that's not a goal of mine like super soon, but in the future it will be. So this one was a little mini size, and I did use it a lot. I had to use it so much. I used it almost every day, but it was super easy to throw on, and it is a really pretty shade. This is the Kat Von D Studded Kiss lipstick in Lovecraft, by the way. I was just so excited I forgot to mention the name, but that is the shade. I'll try to give you a swatch. I think it still swatches a little bit. There's the shade. It is super pretty, and I did use this like almost every day. It's a super pretty like everyday shade for me, and I really liked it. I don't love the formula of this. I find it to be really drying, which is why I thought I might as well use this up. It's really tiny, and the formula is not my favorite, but I knew that I could use this shade a lot. So I am really happy to kind of get it out and be trying new things, and it's just really, it's a big accomplishment for me, and I am really proud of it. And I'm actually really proud of all of the progress that I've made this year. I think that there are a lot of things that I used up, and I'm really proud of that, and I'm hoping to use up even more in the new year. I told you guys that I would tell you the total at the end of this video for how much everything costs, and of course this is kind of an estimate because different places sell them for different prices. And also there are the 4 things that I didn't know what the price of them was. I did use up 34 products, not including the 3 samples, for a grand total of $187, plus a little bit because of the 4 products that I wasn't sure what the price were. So $187, give or take a little. That is an outrageous amount for 34 products. 30 products technically is the $187. The 4 products, I have no idea how much those are. It's crazy to me how much makeup costs. Honestly, even like the really cheap stuff like e.l.f., it adds up. So that is pretty crazy to me, but it definitely motivates me to not spend as much because I don't need to, and to keep using up product so that it doesn't go bad and I'm not wasting my money. So that is a really like satisfying thing to look at for me. It's really satisfying to meet all of my goals, and I am super excited for what is to come in the new year and using up more stuff and doing another video like this at the end of 2017, which seems like forever away, but I'm sure it'll fly by super quick. Anyway, I hope that you all have a wonderful new year, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel to see all of the fun stuff that's coming in the new year, because I do have a lot of videos that I want to do. And if you did enjoy this video, then make sure to leave a thumbs up. I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!